Hey everyone, the last few replays have all been destroyers. You saw the Navy for the public test for a preview, the Anshan showing a couple different things, and the Fushin. Now I'm going to start with a few other different ship types. This is the Tier 6 Russian battleship Izmail with its very good close range dispersion. It is a very good choice for using in Raptor rescue. Now you'll see Vader's here, so he's proceeding to sink the Minikaze, and I think he does a perfect drop this game. Like so. Now when you're in a battleship, you want to think about whether you want to shoot the Yubari. If you're solo queuing with a bunch of random teammates, it's a high consideration, as you want to prevent the Yubari from sending torps at the group. But here I'm with my division, which I am typically playing with. And as you can see, the Yubari gets taken out really quickly, so I just start my shots on the Myogi. Now if you look, the Myogi was still pretty angled, but it was turning out, which is why I picked the spot I did, and I got perfect broadside Citadel hit. Now normally at this stage we're checking for whether the cruisers spawn from the north or the south, and Vader has put fighters to spot. And I'm pretty sure one of the other battleships fired salvo, and I didn't need to check with my own. So now we know the cruisers are south, and I'm turning my guns.
This is Raptor. Enemy aircraft carrier detected. Destroy her. It's crucial for the squadron.
Attention, squadron commander. According to reconnaissance data, one more enemy aircraft carrier is likely to remain in the combat zone. Seek and destroy.
Now with the cruisers spawning from the south, two will typically go around this way and one here. So what I tried to do in a battleship, I try to follow the island here to get some broadside shots at the cruisers as they go north. And if you remember the Fushin replay, if you watched that, I was smoked in my Fushin, and the Molotov went right behind my smoke. which could have caused problems with torpedoes going through my smoke. So here, in my path, I'm going to pass through D-scale smoke, and I'm letting him know, hey, watch out, I might end up getting torpedoes. Now my first target is the Kuma, because it presents the greatest threat of sending torpedoes toward me. And with its angle, there's a good chance I may not have had torpedoes spawn toward me anyway.
Торпеды слева по борту.
Although clearly that wasn't the case. Now with the cruisers taken care of, the next priority is the two destroyers out front with a southern midpoint. We know that the destroyers are going to be on the D and E lines. And don't forget that the host show has two escorts, a Kuma and a Minakaze, which are going to move toward the group. So you need at least one or two people watching the back as well. And as you'll see, I'm detected. So a way to know with the battleship is you can get early warning that the destroyers are here. And if you watch my position, I'm staying well clear of these two islands to avoid getting torpedoed as the destroyers emerge. But you also have to make sure that you're out in front of Raptor, so Raptor doesn't get torpedoed. And as you saw with my salvo, even in the battleship, you should still be shooting the destroyers.
Вражеский эсминец уничтожен.
And as you see, D-scale got a little too close to the islands. So make sure you're not approaching the islands too closely to avoid taking torpedoes. And right now we're waiting for the destination to change. If you saw the text, I asked the other destroyer to spot, since D-scale basically has very little health remaining. And we now have a south exit, and with a south exit, you know that the aircraft carrier will go in this sort of path, and I'm already here to take care of it, so I told everyone else to head south and follow Raptor. See, I just got detected, which means we know that the aircraft carrier just turned the corner and is headed my direction. And if you remember, in the Fusion replay, 2 ships came south this way. And this one, they spawned here, a Congo and a destroyer heading west. And don't forget to use your priority sector with O when you have planes approaching. Now that the aircraft carrier is sunk, I am proceeding full speed
Вражеский
south
авианосец
to
уничтожен.
catch up and help. Now earlier in the Fusion video, I talked about the south spawns being really dangerous. This one is not quite as dangerous, but still really bad. And in my path, unfortunately, I'm kind of broadside to the 2 battleships. And you'll see I take a fair amount of damage. And you can see this spawn is also dangerous because you have the battleships and the cruisers coming in right into Raptor's path. And unfortunately, there's very little I can do about showing broadside to these 2 battleships right now. Here I'm trying to angle away from the Mutsu at least. But it turns broadside to me, so... And that was a fun
Вражеский линкор потоплен.
delete.
Пожарная тревога. Неполадки устранены.
And then the last 2 ships here, the Furutaka and the Alba, being the last teleporters.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
For the south route, it's not nearly as obvious that they are teleporting, but the other routes, it's pretty clear.
Торпеды прямо по курсу.
Вражеский крейсер потоплен.
Now with the south route, with the two spawns right next to Raptor, is probably one of the more dangerous routes, and you really have to be watching out in front. But here's a display of what the Izmail can do. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.